Hi, boys and girls. Are you ready for a bedtime story? This story is called The Battle Begins. Be strong and brave. Do not be terrified. Do not lose hope. I am the Lord your God. I will be with you everywhere you go. Joshua 1:9. For the next 40 years, God's people wandered around in the wilderness. They needed this time to learn to trust God for everything and to become a strong and mighty nation. The great leader Moses grew very old and brought the people to the edge of the promised land once again. When Moses died, Joshua became the new leader of the Israelites. God chose Joshua for this job and gave him great encouragement. Remember, I am with you wherever you go, said the Lord. Taking control of the promised land was not going to be easy. There were many cities and armies to conquer, but God's people were ready. They had the strongest weapon on their side, the Almighty God. A win for God's people. Joshua 5:13 to 6:27. Joshua began to think about the battle to come. Jericho, large and sturdy, would be a challenge for most armies. But Joshua wasn't worried. The Lord is on our side, he reminded himself. Even God's unusual plan for victory didn't concern the leader. He had witnessed God's power all his life and trusted that God's plan would work. God told Joshua that it would take 7 days to conquer Jericho. On the first 6 days, the army marched around the city once each day. 7 priests, blowing trumpets made of sheep's horns, marched along with them. On the 7th day, the army got ready at dawn and began their daily maneuvers around Jericho. They marched 7 times around the walls of the city. Then God's big plan came into action. The 7th time around, Joshua commanded, "The Lord has given us this city! Now shout, soldiers! Shout!" The priests blew their trumpets as hard as they could. The soldiers shouted with all their might. The walls of Jericho shook and came crashing down. Joshua and his army walked right into Jericho and claimed it for the Israelite people, just as God had promised. This is God's message for you today. Here is the land I promised so long ago. Rejoice in your victory, and let my name be known among the nations, that I am the one true God, and you are my chosen people. Good night, and sleep tight.